how's it going? Cassie here on the YouTube channel for Trinity Stamps. Oh my gosh, Mary. I just love you. I'm glad you're here. I don't care if you're a stalker or not. Hi, Kim. How's it going? Yes, Mary makes me laugh all the time. And I've known Mary for a while, so very cool. All right, well, we're going to jump right into it because what we have to make is, I think, super cute, but it also has a little bit of dry time involved in it. So I'm going to be using my heat tool, and that's going to require, you know, hey, Tanya, how's it going? Yay! I'm glad you made it. But we're going to be using some sprays. Someone had requested that I use sprays on the brand new mixed media paper that Trinity Stamps now carries, and it's only in their store. And I've been having so much fun playing with this paper. It's great. Hi, Barb. Happy holidays. That's right. Oh my gosh, tomorrow. I have so much cleaning to do. All right, so let's just jump into what we're using. I'm going to be using this stamp set called the Holiday Tag Helper. It's really cute. It's got the little Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. You've got your Handmade with Love and several different kinds of to from, so that's great. And then a gift for you, a little heart and some stars. We're going to be using just this die from the Pillow gift box. I am obsessed with this gift box. It is so awesome. Hey, Mayhem Crafty Cards. How's it going, lady? And then, so we're just going to be using the star. And then I wanted to use the Slimline tags because, again, I think I'm obsessed with these as well. I've been using these all over my craft room for Christmas stuff, things I'm showing you, things I'm not, all that, all kinds of great stuff. And then I'm going to be just using the outline die. This one is the Wonky Stitched Wilderness die. It's been around for a while, but I thought that this would be a really cute holder. And then all I need from this Slimline Twist and Slide is this little circle, and you'll see why any little circle die would do, but this is great. But here we have the Slimline mixed media paper. This stuff is great. Like I said, it's like 140 pound, so it's good quality. It can hold up to some sprays, so we're going to jump into that. And then I also have, you know, some embellishments. But let me set these off to the side. I went ahead and die cut out the pieces that I needed just to save a little bit of time. Hi, Tracy. How are you? And so here we have our, and I cut all of these out using just 2 pieces of our mixed media paper. Oh, I know. I love the Pillow Box die. It's just quick and easy. I mean, even if you just did it out of patterned paper or just like regular cardstock, you've got a really cute box ready to go. Hi, Carol. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, so let's get into our spraying because I do need to heat set things and let things dry. But like I said, someone had asked for me to use, actually they asked me to use mica sprays. So the mica sprays I'm using, they're obviously not listed down below, but they're not even available anymore. So any mica sprays would do. These are the Tim Holtz ones. And I'm going to be using Tree Lot, Bubbling Cauldron, and then I did pull in the Holly Branch. I'm so glad y'all are here. This is fun. This is fun. And so all that stuff settles at the bottom when you're using mica spray, so you're just going to want to shake it around like a bell. I haven't had any issues with anything clogging, so I'm not worried about that. But all I'm going to do is just spray this all over this background. Again, this is that mixed media paper. Cleaning off my nozzle in between. This one is our Bubbling Cauldron. And this stuff, mica stains are cool, but one thing I've noticed is that even after they're dry, that stuff can kind of transfer to your hands. So you'll see me wiping my hands off an awful lot. All right, I'm going to move this. You know what? I'm going to move this out of the way. We'll bring it back in when we have to heat set. But now I'm going to bring in my stars. And we'll spray those. And I'm just going to be using some flickering candle. I also want to bring in this crooked broomstick, so we're going to do that too. Yeah, I haven't had any issues with the clogging, and I really do think they're beautiful. I just don't like how it transfers to my hands so much. That is my one issue, Tanya, is that I end up wearing it and transferring it to other projects. That might be a little too brown. So that's why I did it first. So now we'll bring in our flickering candle. But again, any sprays would do. You don't have to use the mica sprays. These would be great too. Yes, it only comes in Slimline size for now, but who knows? maybe the powers that be will see this and be like, oh, maybe we should come up with other sizes. All right, I'm going to go ahead and heat set these. I do have one more thing to spray, but I don't want to move those stars because I'm just afraid I'll get it everywhere. It is like glitter, Tanya. Everybody's wearing it once we're done with it, right? Everybody's wearing it. And this is just a little makeshift splatter box that I have. Someone had suggested that I go to Costco and get a box, and I'm always at Costco or Sam's anyway. So I figured I'd just grab one of their boxes and cut it down, and it works really great. Contains the mess, and then when I think I'm done with it, or if it's had too much spray in it, I can just chuck it and not feel bad about it. I'd say it was free, but you know, I walked in there and probably spent $200 just to get the box. Free with purchase, right? But I love this paper. It's great. I sprayed a pretty good amount on these stars, and I didn't really have any buckling. But I do love how splatter just looks on paper like this. Alright, I'm actually gonna just kind of wipe some of that up. And then we'll set that off to the side to dry a little bit. This one is buckled only on the edges, and the reason that is the case is because I needed to replace my plates, and I die cut this before I replace my plates. And I don't know if you've noticed that, but sometimes when your plates need to be replaced and you are die cutting, things get a little wonky. So let's set that. It still needs to dry a little bit, but our stars are good. I save mine. Yeah, I know. I agree with you. Sometimes I don't like when they do that limited edition because, well, especially for somebody like me or Tanya, you know, we're out there trying to show how to use these things. And then, like, I don't want to buy limited edition because then I can't really show you guys because then it's not available and people get frustrated. And I don't blame them. I'd be frustrated too. Like, oh, I really want that. Oh, you can't get it. So sometimes that is frustrating. I totally understand that. Yes, they are, Tanya. Very good. And then for our tag, I'm going to use, these are regular distress spray stains. These are absolutely available still. Festive Berries and Fired Brick. I'm going to do a little bit of Fired Brick because this is dark. And then I think I mostly want to do Festive Berries. So I put the Fired Brick down first so it'll just pop in the background. And then I will heat set these, and that'll be most of what we have to do for as far as waiting for things to dry. Yeah, I love those stars. It reminds me of like a primitive kind of look, and I love the primitive or prim look. I don't know if y'all have heard of that. Like the heart in there is cute. Anyway, it just reminds me of like being at my mom's house because she's got like cinnamon. It smells like cinnamon in there, and it's prim, and it's just so cute and crafty. I love it. All right, we're almost done here. But let me show you what that tag, the Slimline tag die, it cuts a little bit of an embossed edge around there. I don't know if you noticed that before. I love that. Ooh, love that. Y'all know I love that embossed edge so much because I use it all the time with the A7 die, the A7 layering die. Okay, so there's that. We've got our stars, and actually this needs a little bit more dry time. Just, yep, I would totally agree with Tanya. Use those goodies. There's always, that's true. There's always another must-have, you know. That is absolutely true. Oh, yes, I love the new Villainous Potion Distress Spray. And I got it in Oxide. I got it also in the pad. I just love it. Yeah. Mary, that is like the story of my life here. I get started on things, and even as I'm doing it, I'm thinking, this is an absolute hot mess. And then you dry or you keep working with it, and I would say actually most of the time it ends up working out. Still have a little bit of wet spots on here. But yeah, I would agree with that. You definitely need to just keep working with things, and you might surprise yourself. Okay, so this is going to be my base for my tag, gift card holder, I mean. So this, since it's Slimline, it measures 8.5 inches, and I need to score it at 4 1/4 because I want it to fold right in half. And because this paper is mixed media paper, it is a little bit thicker, a little bit heftier. It's 140 pounds. So there's our 4 1/4. And I'll flip that over. And I'm going to just make sure that that is good and scored. Thank you. Yes. Okay, so now I need to, because I also need things to dry here. I've pulled out some, and I'm about out of it. This is my 1/4 inch tape. I would just use glue, but I want to make sure that this really stays. So I'm putting it right along the edge. I found that this worked really well. Most of the time I don't make stuff ahead of time. I fly by the seat of my pants when I'm sharing stuff with you. But this time I wanted to make sure everything would fit. So you'll see our tag is going to sit in there, and it's going to be up just a little bit, but I've got plenty of room to be able to stick that in there. It will be nice and snug though. Tanya, it does not always happen. On my own channel, I feel like I'm missing half the conversation, but the wonderful thing is it usually seems that most people are just chatting among themselves, which I love because that says so much about this crafting community that we are in. They like to just kind of watch and chat amongst themselves, and I participate when I can, which is most of the time, but yeah. All right, so now I want to add a little bit of glue because, like I said, I want to make sure that this stays put. This is heavier paper. With that being said, sometimes the tape doesn't always hold. And so we're going to double duty it. See, I have it all over my hands now. All right, I want to make sure that stays, so I'm going to put a big heavy block on it. So I'll stick that over here. Got that going. See, it's all over my hands. Okay. All right, now we need to get started with our tag. So what I want to do with our tag is I am going to pull in our stamp set. Good for you, cleaning out the fridge. I need to do all kinds of cleaning. We have people coming over tomorrow. So, all right, so again, this is the Holiday Tag Helper. I'm going to go ahead and stamp Merry Christmas on the back. And I am going to stamp, let's see, there's all these different to froms. I think I'm just going to put this one down at the bottom. And I'm not sure if I should do it in, I think I'm going to do it in white. So I'm going to heat emboss. All right, so we're going to heat emboss. And that requires definitely a magic powder bag. I want to make sure that, and I should test it ahead of time, but yeah. Again, y'all know I love to live a little bit dangerously. Yeah, clean out that fridge because there's probably going to be a bunch more things going in it tomorrow, right? What is everybody eating? Or is anybody not celebrating? Or are they celebrating? What are your plans? All right, Juicy Embossing ink. I don't have that linked down below, but we are definitely using that. Okay. And then down at the bottom, the little to from, which you can't see right now, but it will be there. Okay, so now we're going to heat set those. Hi, Ziamara, how are you? Welcome, welcome. I'm so glad y'all are here. Okay, so you can see that. I think that works. Black would probably be an acceptable option as well. But that's what we went with. Okay, let's put this stuff away. Well, we're not totally done with it, but we're done with it for now. Okay. And then the next thing I want to do is kind of consider where, you're not too late, don't worry about that. So I'm pulling in a mock gift card here to see exactly where I'm pulling in this circle from the Slimline Twist and Slide die set. Has obviously lots of usability. And what I want is I want to put some notches. I want to put some notches at the top and the bottom of our gift card so that it will easily sit in there. And to do this, I need to bring in my die cutting machine and a little bit of tape to tack that down. So again, we're just kind of testing where that's going to go, and I need to cut just a portion of it. So I'm lining that up, my tape, right along where I would like to cut. I'm going to pull this away, and now here's the trick. Oh, well, I'll be thinking about you. That is tough. That is tough. Okay, to cut that right along that line, I'm putting my cutting plate. You'll see it's right up against there. And everything from here on will not get cut. So that is one way to do it. Don't blame me for wanting to do low key. Okay, let's see. I may have to do it. I'm going to have to go through this way, otherwise it won't grab it. Okay, well, let's see if that actually did it. It did. It cut a little bit of a notch. I may need to bring it down just a little bit more, so I'm not going to move that entirely. All right. That's why that tape is there. Oh, your son's birthday's tomorrow. Turkey and honey baked ham when you feel like, there you go. Okay. All right, so I have a nice little notch there. And now I'm going to test where the next one's going to go, because I want to be able to just slide that in. Oops, so I need to do the same thing down here. All right, lining it up once again. Let's see, yeah, that did it. Okay, so perfect. And I may have to just slide it from the side, which that works fine. All right, so now you'll see. Yay! So you don't have to like tape it in there. You could use repositionable tape, but I really like this because it doesn't ruin the background. Oh, thanks, Tanya. Sometimes I surprise myself. Hi, Carrie. How's it going? Welcome. I'm sure y'all know it, but Carrie does lives over on Instagram, so you'll have to go check those out. Okay, so that's it for our die cutting there. Thanks. Okay, so that's going to finish off this part, other than adding like some ribbon or some baker's twine at the top. I think this is rested long enough. And now we'll just kind of test and see how that fits in there. Should fit just fine because I didn't glue the top closed. And it does, so there we go. I like that. All right. Now I want to add our little stars, so I am going to add these kind of sticking off the side. And I'm going to do that with glue. You could do it with foam tape. I did do one with foam tape, but I think I'm going to do these with glue. There we go. And I'll do my back ones first, or the side ones. Make sure I'm gluing correctly. Okay. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. I know, girl, you know I love me some splatter. Covers a multitude of sins for sure. Okay. All right. Or mistakes in this case, I guess. All right, we'll bring in that again. And then at this point, I am going to, which I did not grab out any black cardstock. We're going to stamp out a sentiment, if I can find my black cardstock. I always have some. Today I do not. Of course. All right, I have black cardstock. All right, here's our black cardstock. Found some. And this is where I'm going to bring in our stamp set again. I need a gift for you. So we're going to stamp that here at the bottom. And using some white embossing powder again, because I really want it to stand out. There we go. Ink on 3, which I use this so much I've had to re-ink it a couple times. Okay, that's straight enough. And then we'll heat set that. Good for you, Kim. Yay! Oh, Tanya. Hey, that's okay. I am trying to work so far ahead on videos. You know, it's no surprise our daughter's getting married next month. It's no surprise. I've been saying it a million times, but so I'm trying to work so far ahead because, you know, obviously we're a military family, and in order for my family to come in town, or for, you know, gyms and stuff, we got to be able to house people. So I'm going to have so many people at the house, and so I'm just trying to work so far ahead. It's working. It's working, but all right. Now let's trim this down, and I'm just kind of measuring, not really measuring. There's no measuring. Just eyeballing mostly with my guillotine trimmer. This for me is how I found that I can get the straightest lines. All right, don't lose that black cardstock now. I won't have to go searching for it. Okay, so now this is good and dry. We're going to flip this over, and I'm going to trim off the excess of our stars. You could save those for another project, I suppose. I will not be. There's not enough there. Okay. And then I will use some foam tape on the back of our gift for you. I know, it's amazing once she got engaged and how quickly time just flew between that. Of course, they also decided to get married in like 6 months, which I don't blame them. I get it. You know, once you're decided you wanted to get married, they were just ready. So it's come up quick, and now it's less than a month away, so we are preparing for that. Okay. All right, so put that foam tape on the back of our gift for you, and we'll stick that down. Now I want to add some little baubles. These ones are lipstick red. There are some great embellishments in the Trinity Stamps store, so be sure to go and check that out. I'll just put a few in here. And then we'll grab out, and that's our tidy tray. And here is our pickup stick. I know, it's great. Oh, all but one. You're good with that? Oh, less than a month. Woo! Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm feeling like 6 months was like crazy time. And I'm pretty much making all the decorations just because, well, why not, right? So we're making all the decorations, making the favors, all the fun stuff. And it has been super fun, but it's also been a little stressful, you know, on top of all the projects and things to keep up on. But I love it all, and I am just one of those people who is a live in and savor all the moments, because it's so important. You know, we definitely are not guaranteed tomorrow, and so I am just trying to definitely live in and savor all the moments. Even in the stressful, you know, like, oh, we've got this to get done. That's okay, because we're only doing this once, and I feel so blessed to get to be a part of it. And so I just want to savor it all. All right, just putting a few of these down. Golly, I love how this pickup stick just gets everything. Oops. Come on, there you go. And then one more, just because, you know, rule of odds. That's why I chose to do 5 down there at the bottom. 3 didn't seem right. It just seemed like it needed more. A little bit more. It is a wonderful time, and we're so excited. We've got family even driving in. We've got friends flying in. We're so excited. So excited. Just hoping our son can make it back in time, which I think he will be able to, but I don't know if I had mentioned that he's actually deployed again. Yeah, but anyway. Okay, so I'm going to bring in some baker's twine. Oh, how fun watching your little girl's Thanksgiving parade savor all the moments, like I was saying, Xiomara. Oh my goodness, that's so awesome. Okay, so I'm going to cut one of these, and then I'm going to cut another because I want it to be a little bit thicker. Because this could technically, what I'm doing, once it's done, you could use it as an ornament, or the recipient could. And so what I'm going to do is, this is how I typically do it, keep that little loop open. Yeah, over in a flash, Tanya. Absolutely, I bet. Okay, so I stuck it through the center. And then I like to tie mine off at the top. I don't know why. In this case, you wouldn't necessarily have to, but I also want to make a bow. So when I'm making my bows, my thing is upside down. That's just how it works for me. And I'll just cut a couple pieces. I can always trim this down, and baker's twine seems to come in the boatload. I've had that for forever. Okay. Yes, baubles, absolutely. Well, that way it really brings in that Christmas too, Tanya. Okay, so then I'm starting from behind, and then I'm going to tie a knot, trying to keep it down towards the bottom. Okay. And we'll start with we're going to start trying to make our little bow. So you can always manipulate, don't worry. This is why I say try to, you know, if you have enough, make it bigger if you have to, make your string longer, and then you just tie your bow. But then you can pull and manipulate how you need to. All right, make that nice and tight. These ones aren't as long as I would like, but that is okay. Those ones are longer. I think I'm going to trim this one down because I don't like that that is not the same size. Thanks, Tracy. We're super excited. It is a little chilly here, so it's going to be a fun little Christmas wedding, and all the decorations I'm making are all Christmassy, so I can use them in the house afterwards. All right. So now that that's fairly dry, that can go in there. And there it is. I mean, that's really just how simple and easy this one was. Just kind of, I mean, if you, I love how that worked. Love how that worked. So, because I know we're all getting to that point where we need to start thinking about the gifts we're giving, and I have lots of older nephews now, and so gift cards are the way to go for them. But look, that's not coming out. It stays in there pretty good. And so if you wanted to make this a gift, just hang it on the tree for your recipient. You could do the two from on the back if you'd prefer, but there it is. It's just a fun, easy little gift card holder. It's nothing fancy, and you might even have a few dies like this in your stash already. Oh, you had a December wedding too, Carrie? Awesome. They're beautiful. You're hoping there's a heat wave, Mary? Well, it's in the 50s right now, so who knows? Oh, Carrie, that sounds like it was totally meant to be. How wonderful. How wonderful. All right, well, I'm going to leave you guys with that. Just know that there is lots going on over at the Trinity Stamps Facebook page and blog, and check it out. There's, if you don't know, there's a bunch of new products out there. Get you going on not only holiday stuff, but for after holiday, some New Year's things. I actually made the wedding card for my daughter using some of the new products, because I feel like a lot of those are just year-round type of stuff. So Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Don't forget that Carrie has lives on Instagram. Are you doing it this week, Carrie, or is it next week? I think it's on Fridays. I try to get, it is Fridays, because I try to catch them. I catch some sometimes and everything else. So, and then I know Linnea, she's got lives on Thursdays, and I don't know if hers is this week or if it's next week, but just keep an eye on the Facebook page, keep an eye on Instagram. You'll be informed. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. If you are, if you have time, go be creative. Go be amazingly creative and know just how much you guys are loved. And I will see you very soon in another video. Bye, everybody.